All right, peace and greetings, YouTubers. So, Alabama, what y'all doing? Like, can we take a quick minute and just talk about this election really quick? I'm going to be very transparent, as I normally am anyway. And I'm going to say this twice, because this has been sitting in my spirit as I watch this entire thing unfold. If it weren't for black people, Alabama, you all were going to have a pedophile as your senator. I'm going to say it again. If it were not for the 92% of black men and the 97% of black women who voted for Jones and voted against Moore, you all were going to have a pedophile in office representing your interests, representing your beliefs, representing what you stand for, and representing who you are. You were going to have a pedophile doing that job, a pedophile in charge of your livelihood and your well-being, and pretty much the person signing in the dotted line on anything that will affect you in the long run for at least the next 2 to 4 years. You were going to have that in the hands of a pedophile. I'm so confused at exactly how does that work. Now, it's cool that Jones won, but what's still getting me is that there were close to 700,000 of you all who were comfortable letting a pedophile call the shots. And the thing that's really getting me about this specifically is white evangelicals. That's who I want to get to first. Because apparently, every time I'm seeing these exit polls and things on the news, they're always talking about white evangelicals, because they're so conservative and they love Jesus and they're all about what's right. But I'm starting to notice that I don't really think white evangelicals are a real thing. Because when I look at the voting patterns of what white evangelicals tend to vote for, if you take away the element of gay marriage and abortion, which are two, I'll say two entities that are, it's debatable when it comes to Christianity, what people believe when it comes to gay marriage and abortion. But those are the two main things that really, that drives the whole moral compass of Christian values and stuff like that when it comes to voting, apparently. But when you take those two things out of the equation, everything else that white evangelicals vote for seems to not really be that Christian-like to me. All right? They will vote for people who are against making sure that the poor are taken care of. They will vote against free healthcare. They will vote against free education. They will vote against all kind of programs like HUD and welfare and WIC. All kind of things which, to be honest, the majority of the people who are on these programs are white evangelicals, but they will vote against all of those different things, and they will vote for people to lose different rights, and they will, they support people who like voter disenfranchisement, and they don't mind a little bit of gerrymandering and putting all the minorities in the same district, so when there's an election that comes around, you got all the niggas and the Mexicans in the same district, so, they can get their little vote out the way, and we can take care of the rest of the state. Y'all, they don't mind things like that. They don't mind, somebody like a Trump, they don't mind electing somebody who had at least 13 women accusing him of sexual assault. They don't mind that part. They don't see any of that. They don't mind putting somebody in the office who will go and blow up people who they don't even know 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 8,000 miles away, people they've never interacted with, people in countries that they didn't even know existed. They don't mind letting people like that get blown up because God said that was his will. God wanted us to invade Iraq, and God wanted us to go kill this person, and God wanted us, he wants us to blow up North Korea. He does. He really does. So I'm just like, white evangelicals, I'm confused at how your Christianity works because, listen, I'm not the most religious and the deepest person, but damn, I'm trying to figure out how heaven works because if you all are going to be the people I got to spend eternity with, I'm good. Like, that sounds like my hell. So I got to go reevaluate my life, trying to figure this mess out. But I'm just like, what are y'all doing? And then the thing I really want to get to is white women. Can we talk to y'all for a second? What are y'all doing? The 53% with Trump, we kind of saw that coming. Some of us were shocked. Some of us were like, oh, caught off guard. It is what it is. I said, okay, well, at this point, he's been in office for a year. They've seen pretty much what they're going to get. Maybe they'll wake up now and they'll come back to their senses. No. Instead of 53% voting for Moore, it was 65. I said, so it went up. All right, so, and the thing that's funny with the Moore situation is this. Moore, because if we take away the whole pedophile, because he's never been convicted of anything. I mean, he was banned from the mall and he was, kicked out of the state Supreme Court twice. But if we take away the element of him being a freaking pedophile and being in a capacity where he is not able to decipher the fact that it is inappropriate to be sexually attracted to children and teenagers and young girls who are not developed yet, if we take that away, which we shouldn't be doing. But anyway, if we take that away and we just look at everything else, we look at the fact that he only believes that we really just need the first 10 amendments. The rest we don't need. So white women, y'all just sacrificed and forfeited your right to vote because you realized your right to vote came after the 10th Amendment. But, he doesn't need it. And y'all voted and supported it, so y'all should just go ahead and cut up your voter ID cards, cut up your IDs, and y'all just don't need to participate in any more elections, because actually it might get some progress in this country, because y'all keep messing it up. To be real honest, we already know what white men are going to do, but you guys are that lane where we're like, oh, maybe they'll finally support other groups of people being able to have a little bit of something, and us as a country, will be a great united American utopia like they presented to us in the media, and y'all be like, nope, not at all. I want to go with the pedophile. I want to go with the ex-Klansman. I want to go with the person who's the bigot. I want to vote for the white nationalist. I want to do all that. I don't care. I don't even care about equal pay for equal work. I'll vote for, that guy. This pussy, he can grab. That's pretty much what y'all are doing. And we're just like, so we've already just checked out with y'all. And see, the thing is, it's not even about Republican and Democrat, because I'm critical of both parties. I'm critical of Democrats because Democrats continue to ride black people's back as a mule, but they don't do shit for black people. Now, with Jones, I'm not going to give him a pass, but I will give him a high 5.5, because he did at least convict the people that, blew up the little girls in the church. Cool. But Democrats tend to use black people because they know we always tend to vote for the Democrats, and then Democrats don't ever really do a whole lot. And with the shit that the country is going through at the moment, black people are like number 856,000 on the list of priorities, because they got to figure out the tax reform and everything else that the current administration is messing up. Because hell, we might not even be here in the next 2 months if this whole North Korean mess keeps going down. And so it's like, wow, y'all so that's my beef with the Democrats and Republicans. I got a whole list of stuff, so I'm not even gonna waste my time going through it. But it's just like, wow, y'all were really gonna let a pedophile run your state? Like, are y'all really that glued to whiteness that you're willing to just bypass things that make the most logical sense just so you can have somebody in office who represents what you think represents you? Like, that's the thing I don't get. Like, again, like I said, I pretty much, when it comes to my voting patterns, I just vote for what makes sense and what's right. Like, I personally believe that education should be free for everybody in this country. You shouldn't have to pay to be educated in this country. Not when this country has so much money. Not when we're in a country where we're spending 2/3 of our budget on the military. Makes absolutely no sense. There's enough money in this country to give everybody a free college education. I believe everybody should have free health care. I believe everybody should have the right to vote, and it shouldn't be something where you got to have a voter ID. It should just be something that if you're a citizen, you can vote. Boom, it is what it is. I believe in the fact that children should not have to starve. There's a problem when you have 1 in 5 children in this country that are going hungry. How is it that America is supposed to be this great country, but 1/5 of the children are starving? That's a freaking problem. You know what I mean? I think people who are over a certain age should be taken care of by the state. There's no reason why I should go to Starbucks and I should see somebody that's 75 working. And the biggest excuse is, oh, well, they lost their pension during a recession, or, they lost their job, or they didn't have enough saved up in their 401k and their savings, so they have to work a little bit extra. That makes no sense to me. All right? I was going to say something, but I'm going to leave it alone. Long story short, I have all these different beliefs. And so pretty much I vote for candidates that pretty much share those same elements. Because when I vote, I'm thinking about the well-being of the country as a whole. I'm thinking as a black person defensively, okay, let me make sure I don't put in the people that are going to disenfranchise people who look like me and stop people from, who look like me from getting opportunities and just having a chance to even exist in their own skin. I think of what it's like as a black person, but I also think of the well-being of the country, because I recognize that when this country is not good, that means black people suffer even more, because when white people are unhappy, everybody has to suffer. And that's exactly what y'all have been doing in all of these elections. Every time y'all are pissed off, y'all do some dumb shit. And I think that's what's frustrating with a lot of people. Like, white people don't understand that, like, your decisions, everybody else has to be collateral to y'all nonsense. And that crap is annoying, mainly because y'all are the majority population in the country. And so no matter how much we want to kumbaya and try to put things out to present and look one way, y'all still call the shots in this country, unfortunately. And y'all continue to make these crazy, irrational decisions that we all have to suffer and live with. And so I just don't understand how y'all were really about to let a pedophile be in charge. What are we doing? What is going on? Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Y'all, I know y'all don't like black people, but listen, y'all need to thank black women for saving y'all. Like, it's bad enough y'all just put on all these people who just made this tax reform that's about to screw up everybody. You know what I mean? Everybody's really about to suffer under that crap. And y'all were fine voting for it, because a lot of people just really, I don't know. I know a lot of y'all are still mad that Barack Obama was your president. It pisses y'all off, so y'all decided y'all were just going to go from one extreme to the other. But damn, like, can y'all get it together? What are y'all doing? I can't figure it out. Whew. I'm interested to see the 2018 midterms, and I'm interested to see what happens in 2020. But yeah, Alabama, black women saved y'all. Black men saved y'all. And yeah, y'all gonna hate to admit it, but man, listen, the grandchildren and great-grandchildren of all those in the bus boycott said, not today, not on our watch. We're not having it. So it is what it is. Anyway, I'm out.